Module 2, Vanpooling and Transit Agencies. In Module 1, we identified the many ways in which vanpools are indeed a form of public transportation, but at the same time are very different from what we normally think of as public transportation, that is, buses and trains. By looking at the common elements involved in operating a vanpool, bus, or train program, we can see how natural it can be for transit agencies to begin to offer vanpool service alongside their more traditional transit services. For example, transit agencies already have the know-how to identify passengers, schedule routes, train drivers, maintain vehicles, and market its services. Each of these are activities that also apply to vanpools. Thus, with their experience, transit agencies are a natural fit for operating a vanpool program. Vanpools can complement transit agency operations in a way that fills gaps in service that the regular fixed or demand response routing cannot. By offering this flexible service, transit agencies are demonstrating that their top priority as a public mobility agency is to implement services that best respond to customers' needs. The rewards of providing good customer service, including increased community support and positive public image, are immeasurable. Today, over 50 transit agencies, big and small, offer a vanpool program. Early vanpool programs were initiated for a handful of reasons. In 1996, the American Public Transportation Association conducted a survey of transit agencies that operated or contracted with third parties to operate a vanpool service. The results of that survey showed the two most important factors in these transit agencies' decision to begin a vanpool program. 1, to open new markets to their services, and 2, to fulfill their agency's mission of providing transportation to the entire community. Many decades ago, the first vanpool programs were begun. Some, like Houston's MetroStar, originated in the 1970s when the high cost of gasoline led people to explore ride-sharing alternatives to driving to work alone. But it was not the transit agencies, but major employers in Houston that began vanpools for their own employees. It wasn't until the 1980s that those vanpools were transferred to the Houston Metropolitan Transportation Authority's vanpool program. Two other public transit agencies, King County Transit in Seattle and the Metropolitan Transportation Commission in San Francisco, also began a vanpooling program because of the energy crisis. Later programs started for various reasons. For example, the Los Angeles Metropolitan Transportation Authority began its vanpool program in 2007 as a way of introducing new options to respond to transportation demand within the county. The program helped decrease road congestion as well as respond to commuters' needs. In addition, the agency was able to report its vanpool program mileage, along with its traditional bus and rail mileage, into the National Transit Database, which allowed the agency to leverage additional urban transit funding. Kings Area Rural Transit, or CARTS, began a vanpool program in 2002 to provide migrant agricultural workers a safe way to travel to the rural areas where they worked. With the tremendous growth in the popularity of this program, the service has been expanded to provide prison guards, state employees, other workers, and college students with transportation. The CARTS vanpool program is now part of a much larger CalVans program, which operates over 350 vanpools in 18 counties under the California Vanpool Authority. A link to the CalVans site is included in the resources for this module. The Wave Pool, a vanpool program operated through Wave Transit in Wilmington, North Carolina, began as a way to provide longer-distance commuters with an additional transportation option. As a final example, Coast Transit Authority's vanpool program began in December 2006 to help the agency serve the state's largest employer, Northrop Grumman. Vanpools were set up to travel to the Northrop Grumman shipyard in Pascagoula, Mississippi, and other sites at the Stennis Space Center, also located in this rural area. Of the 30 vanpools in operation, 13 originate in rural communities. In February 2009 alone, vanpools provided more than 7,500 passenger trips. In Module 3, we'll examine the benefits to incorporating vanpools into a transit agency's services.